Imagine this. You're sitting in a dark movie theater. The trailers just ended, and in your hands a warm, buttery bucket of popcorn. Now here's a question you've probably never asked. Why popcorn? Why not chips? Why not candy? Why not a hot dog? Most people think they know the answer. Because it tastes good, because it's cheap. Just tradition. But the truth is, popcorn didn't become popular in movie theaters by accident. And not even because people loved it that much. This is actually a story about an economic crisis, street vendors, and one incredibly smart business decision that changed entertainment forever. So if you've ever wondered why your hand automatically reaches for popcorn the second the lights go down, stick around. Today, popcorn and cinema feel inseparable, like peanut butter and jelly, like coffee and morning. But it wasn't always like this. In fact, movie theaters originally rejected food completely. No snacks, no drinks, nothing. And popcorn was considered completely inappropriate for cinemas. So how did it go from banned to iconic? How did a cheap street snack become the symbol of movies? Let's rewind. The first movie theaters back in the early 1900s were nothing like today. They were luxury experiences. People dressed up. Suits, hats, gloves, like going to the opera. The atmosphere was clean, elegant, and quiet, and food was not allowed. Meanwhile, outside these fancy theaters, popcorn was being sold on the streets by pushcart vendors, a nickel a bag. But here's the key. Popcorn was seen as cheap, messy, and low class. The kind of food working class people ate while standing on a sidewalk. So at first, popcorn and cinema had nothing in common. Then came 1929, the Great Depression. Millions of people lost their jobs, their savings, their stability. People still wanted to go to the movies and escape from hard times, but money was incredibly tight. Cinema attendance dropped. Theaters started struggling to survive. Some closed. Others barely kept the lights on. Theaters needed anything to bring people back and make extra money. That's when popcorn started knocking on the door. Let's look at popcorn from a business perspective. It's extremely cheap to make. A handful of kernels, some heat done, and you can sell it for way more than it costs. High profit, low risk. At first, theater owners still resisted. They let outside vendors sell popcorn, just not inside. But then smart owners noticed something. We're losing money. People clearly want snacks, they're just buying them from someone else. So they brought popcorn inside, bought a popcorn machine, placed it in the lobby. The result? Profits jumped almost overnight. One theater chain went from struggling to thriving. Popcorn didn't just add a little extra income, it became their main source of profit. Those who refused to sell popcorn, they either went out of business or gave in. Here's the part most people don't know. During the Great Depression and even through World War II, many movie theaters made more money from popcorn than from ticket sales. Think about that. The movie itself, the main event, was sometimes less profitable than the snack in your lap. One theater owner famously said, "I could give away the tickets and still make a fortune on popcorn." Popcorn didn't just join cinema. Popcorn helped save cinema during its most difficult years. Okay, but why popcorn specifically? Why not peanuts, pretzels, or pizza? First, cheap. For theater owners, tiny cost, huge margin. For viewers, affordable even during hard times. Second, lightweight, easy to carry, easy to eat in the dark. No fork, no plate. Third, the smell. Butter and salt in the air creates craving. Even if you weren't hungry before, after 2 minutes in the lobby you want popcorn. Fourth, easy to eat quietly. Chips are noisy. Chocolate melts on your fingers. Popcorn is quiet, dry, and doesn't distract others. Popcorn is almost perfectly designed for the movie experience. A few extra things worth knowing. The smell isn't a coincidence. Theaters deliberately use powerful butter-flavored oil to make the aroma travel. You smell it, you want it. Profit margins are insane. A large popcorn that costs a theater maybe 30 cents in materials sells for $7, $8, sometimes $10. That's over 2,000% markup. And even today, most theaters barely break even on tickets. Ticket revenue often goes to movie studios, but snack revenue stays with the theater. The ticket gets you in, the snacks make the money. So let's go back to the original question. Why popcorn? It's not just taste, it's not just tradition, it's an economic survival story. A brilliant business pivot during the worst financial crisis in modern history, and a snack that accidentally became the perfect companion to film. Every time you hold a bucket of popcorn in a dark theater, you're holding a piece of cinema history. You're participating in a century-old strategy that saved the movies you love. Not bad for a few popped kernels, right? If you made it this far, thank you. Hit like, subscribe to Everyday Secrets for more hidden stories behind everyday things. And comment below, what snack do you sneak into the theater? See you in the next one.